Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be doing a review of the newest launch by MAC Cosmetics, the Lunar New Year Lunar Look collection. It is an absolutely stunning collection that I have got some products from. So I got the eyeshadow palette, the highlighter, and one of their lipstick shades. So we're going to be applying these today and really diving deep, reviewing them, and I'll be giving you my final opinion. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. So I've already prepped the eyes with Milani eyeshadow primer. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of set that down a little bit with some face powder. First, actually, let's go in with the highlight though. So this is the Extra Dimension Skinfinish. They're very well known, very beautiful formula. It is a highlight and it is a very finely milled, beautiful seamless highlight formula, but this is the new shade called Lunar Lights from Swatch. It's basically a nice kind of golden champagne. It has that hint of gold, but it is not too yellow, not too dark, which I love as being a fair toned. It's just so stunning. You have that nice embossing in the actual powder. I really love the look of it. The packaging is cute. But let's actually see how it looks on the cheeks. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my Scott Barnes 66 and let's apply that. MAC highlights are some of my favorite. They just are so seamless and they are quite like intense highlights without looking super like, you know, white cast, or like they still blend into the makeup really nicely. They don't emphasize texture. Like, look at that. I really like that. I just really like the shade because, as I said, it has that golden hue to it, but it's not super dark. So if you are fair like me, then you, I think, could confidently purchase this and be able to use it without it being too dark. Like, ooh, that's such a stunning shade. The formula is definitely consistent with their other Extra Dimension highlights, so I'm impressed. Let's go ahead with lips next. I got the lipstick in the shade Enveloped in Luck. So it comes in 4 limited edition shades in the limited edition packaging. These are weightless moisture matte lipsticks, so they are matte finish, but they have a hydrating kind of creaminess to them still, and it's supposed to deliver a blurring yet still pigmented soft focus color. So I do really like the formula from what I can remember. This is the actual shade Enveloped in Luck, which is like a neutral pink, like my go-to. So beautiful. I'm going to apply a lip liner today. I'm gonna go in with the Jaclyn Cosmetics lip liner in Blondie, which is pretty similar. It's actually a pretty close match. They feel really like velvety smooth. So that's the shade Enveloped in Luck. Love the shade. That is a shade that I would like grab day to day. It would be a go-to shade for me, as I really like nude. And I also really like when they have a bit of like a pinky undertone. Like it's a really nice neutral pinky nude. So really, really beautiful shade. And as I said, the Powder Kiss is matte, but it kind of has that like almost, you know, like the moussey liquid lipsticks, how they have that like blurring velvety finish. It's very similar to that, but it's thinner and not a liquid lipstick, obviously. Next, we have the eyeshadow palette. It is called the Made My Fortune. So it's a pocket-sized palette of 9 rich, highly pigmented pressed powders in heated matte and high shine hues for celebratory New Year looks. So it has a dominantly warm undertone, but it also has a couple pops of the cool tone purples in there. It's a good mixture. I would say if you're against warm tones, you're probably not gonna love this palette because the majority of them have a warmer undertone, but if you like to play around with color, I think the color scheme is it's pretty stunning. I really, really like it. The pans are quite small. You don't really get a lot of eyeshadow, and it's still $46 Canadian. So like that's a lot of money for a little eyeshadow palette. So like this better be good. This better be good. I haven't been like wowed by MAC like I used to in the last little while. So hopefully this one will pull through. I'm gonna go ahead and just create, you know what? Should we do a purple look and a warm toned look? Should we do it? Let's do it. We're gonna go ahead and do 2 looks just so that you guys can see the 2 different color schemes, and then I'll come back and give my final opinion. So this is the finished look. We have a beautiful purple look, a beautiful warm toned look, absolutely stunning. I have some comments though. So as much as I really, really, really love the looks, I'm going to break down all of the shades that I used and give you my opinion. So all of the mattes that I used, I think are really nice. I found these 2 lighter shades really beautiful for transitioning, for assisting in blending out. I also found the purple to be very pigmented and blendable, which is so incredible to see, as if you saw my review of the holiday palette, I was very disappointed, especially in the purples and the blues. They were very faded. They didn't keep their pigmentation. They honestly were quite bad. But this one is really, really nice. It stays true to color. It's rich. It doesn't fade away as you blend. It stays nice and pigmented, yet it still blends out really nicely. So A+ for this nice, beautiful, plummy purple matte. And then these two darker, warm toned, like brown and reddish shade, both really nice. I found both of them very pigmented, blendable as well. So mattes altogether, A+, and I have nothing really to complain about. When it comes to the metallics, this purple is really, really pretty, but it's very soft and subtle, which is totally fine. But even when you wet it, like there's no bam to it. Now, if you are really into like very subtle, soft metallics, then you will be happy with this. I just found it a little bit lacking. Just wanted it to kind of stand out maybe a little bit more, especially if you wet it. Like sometimes metallics can be soft and subtle, which is great, especially for those that aren't looking for like disco balls on their eyes. But I like when you can wet an eyeshadow and it really makes it pop. This one is just kind of what you get is what you get. So it was okay. It wasn't bad by any means, but it wasn't incredible. Then this metallic here was also, it was almost harder and it was difficult to kind of get it to pay off. You slide your finger on this purple and it feels creamy, it's sliding. You slide your finger on this brown and it feels like hard and almost waxy. And then that is the gist of it. Like, it's okay. Did you just see how they're a little bit like meh? Like they're just like not anything special. The top one here, I also used on the lid, and it is like a good bronze. It's nothing, again, super incredible, but it definitely has more pigmentation and a little more light reflectiveness. So that one I'd say is good. Like it's not against the best of the best that I've ever tested, but it's better than the other two. And then this gold is really nice. So I did wet it, but it is quite bright and nice. It is a really nice, beautiful metallic. It's creamy, it's, you know, pigmented, and as you can see, like much more light reflective than the other ones. So altogether, I'd say if you're interested in this palette, it is definitely not a waste of money. I think you can get multiple looks out of it. I think that the color scheme is nice. The mattes are nice. The metallics are okay. Like they're not bad, but I would say it's not like something I'd go out of my way to say you need this. It's not something I would be like, yes, everybody go purchase this right now. As much as I think it's nice, I'll use it. It's not like unusable. I just don't think that the metallics really are good enough, especially for the price. Like it's a pretty pricey palette. This is almost $50 Canadian. So I'd expect a little bit more, and especially when you see, like, for example, the foiled single shadows you can get from MAC or the shade shifting duochromes. Like, I'm not saying they have to include duochromes in their palettes, but the quality of those metallics are so rich, creamy, pigmented, light reflective, and so stunning, whereas these are just like, they're like all right. It's definitely not as bad as the Christmas palette. The Christmas palette was like, I said, do not buy this. It was not worth your money. This one, I think if you get it, you're gonna still be able to use it. It's still very pretty. Again, the looks I created, I'm happy with, but I feel like I could be more impressed. Lipstick, as I said, really stunning. Formula's great. And the color's stunning. And then the highlight is really, really pretty as well. So I think that altogether, the collection's good. That's my final opinion of the MAC Lunar Luck collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful new year so far. Thanks so much for watching. And don't forget to subscribe and like the video down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.